Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I long thought about making a Shadowpriest PvP guide. I thought the worst thing that could happen was getting mocked on the internet forever, but I think that's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm gonna do things a little differently than everyone else on here, because my guide will not be about Archon. It will be about Voidweaver. But Archon? Voidweaver. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, many of you probably thinking, oh, this dude is crazy. But no, I've actually tested out a lot of stuff and I found out that Voidweaver is the superior spec for PvP. I'm gonna go into why in this. So let me explain myself in my best Danish accent, or Danglish as we like to call it here. Let's get onto it. I am by no means a rank 1 player, but I have played my fair share of matches against high-rated players, so I think I know what I'm talking about by now. The first and most important reason for playing Voidweaver is actually fun. It is super fun spec, and probably one of the funniest specs I played in years. I think it's a lost aspect of the game that we are actually playing video games to have fun and not only for pushing, raiding or dungeons or whatever we like to do. So I think it's a lost aspect that we need to get back into. With that being said, I will split this guide up into 4 categories. First one will be survivability. Then it will be movement. Then it will be enchants. And then talents. Or we can also call it smith. So without further ado, let's get into that too. So one of the big ones is the survivability of the Voidweaver spec, which in my head makes it superior to the Archon spec. Besides, Archon saw a nerf this week to perfected form with up to 10% here, which is quite a big nerf. Overall, Shadowpriest has received 10% damage and healing for both specs over the past couple of weeks here, but I think it has benefited more since Archon will just be around the same, but Voidweaver has gotten significantly up. For the survivability of the Voidweaver lies in Void Leech. This is an insanely strong spell. It siphons 3% health if your ally is higher than you every 2 seconds, as you can read. It is very good against, for example, Rogue Mage, which I think I have seen a lot of here lately, since it is the passive healing from it, if they go you, just save you so much. It also makes up for you not having to play with the intangibility. It is, you can of course play with it, but it is not necessary, since this will help you so much that you often doesn't have to press dispersion and make you like a raid boss. Besides this, overall priests have a lot of survivability in their talents. There is for one the Blessed Recovery, which after being struck by a melee or ranged critical hit, heal 20% of the damage taken over 6 seconds. There is Spell Warding, reduce all magic damage taken by 3%, which is very good against casters. This is very good against melee, as you might have guessed. Down here I have used Power Word Life. It has saved me many times, mostly against people that doesn't have a healing reduction. Unfortunately, almost everyone have that now, but I still like using it. Usually it heals for around 3 million heal, and it's instant cast, so on a 15-second cooldown. And you can help your mates out too. I think it's a very good talent, but you don't have to play with this. You can also play Cauterizing Shadow, which is actually super dog shit. But we need to take it to get down to manipulation, which is 2 less damage taken from enemies affected by the Shadow Word Pain. This doesn't sound strong, but it actually is. I do recommend when you're not have to use Master Spell that you do it like this. We also have the Vampiric Embrace, which you probably already know, and that has only gotten stronger now with the Leech nerfs all around. It can save yourself and your allies. So overall, this again makes Archon trash in my head and Voidweaver super strong. So that was for the survivability. You can let me know what you think about it. Now I will go down to the movement. If you play Shadowpriest, you know that they are always the target. They have been very stationary. They have had to cast a lot, and that is what some of the things I'm trying to get down with this spec. So most of it will actually be from instant damage, as much as possible, of course. The running aspect, when you are being targeted, which we always are, you know that this dark energy Void Torrent can be used while moving. While Entropic Rift is active, you move 20% faster. This is a very strong challenge. It makes that you can actually use Void Torrent to get things out, go move with it, and then move in behind the pillar so you can't get interrupted from afar. Or if a melee is following you, you can run from them and actually get out of range of their kick. And you know, if if you play Shadowpriest, they will always be on you like a hemorrhoid. So another big reason to play Voidweaver. Then we have the Angelic Feather. You can also play. I've played a little with Body and Soul, but I think most of all you will be using this, and I think you should save the other movement things for something else here in the talent tree. This alone is 40% increased movement speed, plus the 20% while Entropic Rift is active makes up for that you can move a lot. The other talents, which I will come down to later, will also show more good ways to use this mobility. So next up is enchanting. So for enchants, I use mostly speed. Actually, I use this from Dragonflight, Plane Runner's Breeze. You can also use I think it's called Scout's Merge, which gives you more survivability. Personally, I like to be on the move. Something again that Shadowpriest has been missing for a long time, and now we got it back. I'm also playing with a Chant of Burying Rapidity here, which also is movement increase, a little less time on the Hearthstone too, and 1000% speed here. This makes up for 9% plus the 20% when Entropic Rift is there, plus Angelic Feather, which makes you like super speed and can outrun almost anything. Then I play with Crystalline Radiance. I know it's not the best enchant, but they are super expensive. I will buy it at some point, but so far this has actually been enough. And here I play with the haste, the Radiant Haste enchant, which I can only recommend since more haste equals more ticks, equals more health, equals more everything. But without going too far down in versatility, of course. I would keep it at 20% or over that if you can in PvP environment. Now we will go to the last aspect, and that is the talents. The talents are actually not what a lot of people are playing, but I found this to be super strong in PvP environments. For Arena, I recommend you always use Void Shift first of all. We could also have talked about that in the survivability, but for rated battlegrounds, I usually use Essence Devour. As an overall healing, it's usually around maybe 12 million in a single game, which is quite a lot. But Arena, always Void Shift, it is by far the best talent. Then I do something that not a lot play with, and I will explain to you why. I play with Mindbender. and I play with Mastermind for the extra critical damage and the extra critical chance. I have found this to be super strong. I don't know why more people don't play with it, and it all synergizes very, very good. This talent is the cream a la cream of the spec, because Shadow at Death has a high chance to summon a Shadow Fiend for 5 seconds when damaging targets below 20%. Most people play with Voidweaver, also very good talent, but the special thing about this is that you can mix it up with Dead Speaker. So your target doesn't have to be at 20%, which I thought at the beginning, so I thought this was the most useless talent of all, because getting people to 20% is usually quite hard to react to. But with this, that it can stack up to 2 times, you can get 2 out, which is also why I use Impeccable Torment and Mindbender, because you will get a lot of Mindbenders. These Mindbenders and the Impeccable Torment doesn't exactly make up for a lot of damage. Impeccable Torment are mostly used for them to tail so they can keep hitting. But here is the trick of this spec. Every time a Mindbender hits someone, it generates 2 insanity. This and this can make you have, maybe if you're lucky, 4 Mindbenders at the time, or Shadow Fiends at the time. This is insanely good for getting insanity. More insanity equals more devouring plagues, and your devouring plagues will hit like a truck. In the next week, or the week after this, we will get the 4-set bonus. Devouring Plague increases your damage done by 2% for 10 seconds. This is 1% in PvP, just have that in mind. Multiple applications may overlap. So getting a lot of Devouring Plagues out will significantly improve your damage too there, which I also think this spec will only become stronger over the weeks. Again, Impeccable Torment is for the tele aspect mostly, because it won't do so much damage, and Mindbender won't do so much damage either in PvP, so you might think, well, this is a super strange guide he's got going here. But it is not for the damage so much as it is for the insanity boost. You can move things around as you please. Also, if you like to play up here, you can move this here, you can move this here, you can go into. I have tried with the shadowy apprentice boost. I think it's not worth it. You can test it out for yourself. Mainly overall, the thing is to have this. You can even remove Mindbender and Impeccable Torment and only have a couple of them from time to time for the extra insanity, but I think this overall will always be the most. I hope you enjoyed the guide, and I hope that you... Sorry, we are not done yet. I need to show you how it will work on a dummy, and I will put in some gameplay after about how much damage it can actually do in a fast time. So sorry, I was about to end it too soon there. We will jump to the dummies, and you will see for yourself what this spec can do.
A few moments later.
Alright, we are back here at the dummy. Okay, as you can see here, it's the same spec I showed before. You can move things around, test it out for yourself. I have found this to be the best version of it. I know it won't show entirely true things here on the dummy, because you can see it's down on low HP, so you will get more Shadow at Death out. I know this makes it a little bit hard to see. That is why I will put in afterwards some gameplay footage of the spec. Okay, you can see down here what I'm pressing, and let's get to it. We start with Vampiric Touch, into Shadow Word Crash, then I usually go for Dark Ascension, the Fiend, get some stacks up of Shadow Word Death, and then we start dealing damage. We use our DPs, use our Void Blast, get another Shadow Word Death out, well, and we go again. You can see I have some out there, a lot of damage from them. The Mindbenders, Mindflay Insanity, remember to use it. Getting some stacks up again now with the Mindbenders. And my Insanity ticks a lot, plus all of them deals damage from Inspecable Torment. We go again. Void Blast, Devouring Plague. You should always focus on dealing the damage with the Devouring Plagues and Void Blast when you got Entropic Rift going on, so that you can get the higher damage from it. Also when it collapses, Dark Ascension again, Psyfiend, and into a Void Torrent. As you can see, we can move with it. A lot of DPs, that's 20% each time one of them hits. And we get our things up again here. Also remember to use your Mindflay Insanities. And that is actually it. That's how we do it. I will show you the results of the damage here. You can see Entropic Rift pretty high. A lot of the Devouring Plagues going out, giving it 20%. Vampiric Touch also high. This also accompanies this very good. Devouring Plague causes your Shadow with pain, and Vampiric Touch to deal that damage 80% faster on all targets for 3 seconds. Plus you get this in Voidweaver. Another reason Voidweaver is insanely good. This together I think synergize very good with each other. And I will go in here again and we will see. You can see Mindbender, maybe not the most damage, here it was, but here. But you know, the hits here accompanies for 217 hits. If you put 2 Insanity into that, when it attacks, you can see the Insanity boost is very good, while the damage is also good, but it's hard to hit it in PvP. When things are moving, things are getting feared, CC'd. This overall I think is the best way to play Voidweaver. I hope you enjoyed this guide, and I hope that you will follow and subscribe. My channels, my Twitch and my YouTube is DanishDadGamer. I will try to put out more content, and I am always up for hearing what I can improve on. This was my first time doing a guide. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see more to you on my different platforms. Thank you for watching.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits. And not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that. So many motherfuckers wanna take a piece. Coming equipped with some shit niggas just can't believe. I pull a trick from my sleeve. Now kamikaze, I'm all over that nigga. Now come identify the body. My middle finger to you hoe niggas. Run up on me and I'll be forced to let it go, nigga. I ain't the one you wanna try. Why? Staying high, hit the button, watch these motherfuckers die. Who's running the streets? I say they cocaine. Cause in the dope game, niggas are die for the road, man. Another hustler making major cash. Should've punk police, come raise your ass. Now you stretch doing fair time. And it's a bitch cause the judge gave you 8 years. You doing 6 and we know that you can't hang. You a trick, roll over, turn stitch like a bitch. Right, left, then left, right, I seen him set a word. He didn't duck and got stuck with your uppercut. I put my hand up to God, like this all filled with stress. Throwing blows in his square, like a fuse vest. Right, left, then left, right, I seen him set a word. He didn't duck and got stuck with your uppercut. I put my hand up to God, like this all filled with stress. Throwing blows in his
God, like it's all filled with stress. Throwing blows in his squares like a fuse test. Right, left, then left, right. I seen him stutter word. He didn't duck and got stuck with your uppercut. I put my hand up to God, like it's all filled with stress. Throwing blows in his squares like a fuse test.
Once again, it's the darker nigga, with a sparker nigga, with the partner nigga, with the dog is bigger, under stress, doing less, we wanna get blessed to the chest, the stars from the Smith and West, best of a purple put a hurt on a nigga, dump 6 motherfucking feet of dirt on a nigga, my hands stay dirty, cause I play dirty the mob way, you don't know, fucking find out the hard way, the nigga job is never done, I handle my business how it come, and it's never been a one-on-one, there hasn't been a problem, I dissolve them like salt, lock it up like a ball, whenever records caught, and it's my fault. I keep niggas on point, fucking down. Niggas like you need to get bust, you fucking clown. I extort to support my peeps and hold down the fort. Never get caught if I creep, nigga.
Right, left, then left, right. I seen him stutter word. He didn't duck and got stuck with your uppercut. I put my hand up to God, like it's all filled with stress. Throwing blows in his squares like a fuse test. Right, left, then left, right. I seen him stutter word. He didn't duck and got stuck with your uppercut. I put my hand up to God, like it's all filled with stress. Throwing blows in his squares like a fuse test. They got a nigga in the dice game. I'm feeling lucky, but the nigga's just a little bigger. You tryna fuck me, I'm my cash, I'm a blast, nigga. You don't know, I gotta tell you like the last nigga. Gotta go, no need to run for the truck, I get him up. Left to right, my uppercut, I hit him up. I'm known to walk the streets or any block. I love my niggas, but I ain't putting down my clock. The gunshots bang when I lose, nigga. And ooh, nigga, I'ma show you not to ever play a true nigga. Lay it down just to prove it. And fuck the rapping, motherfucker, we can